Okay, so it is 7 o'clock. I have a ultrasound at 8:30. Everyone else is still sleeping. I just got done getting ready and woke up. So this will just be the beginning of my anatomy scan update, 20 to 22 week pregnancy update. I wanted to start the video, and I'll be doing my update and going into full detail with everything, but starting the morning off alone. Everyone else is still asleep. I'll have to wake Josh up here in a little bit. My alarm's about to go off. And the lighting's gonna get really dark because it's raining outside. But I have about 30, see, there it goes. There goes my alarm. We got about 30 minutes because it's 7 o'clock until I need to wake up Josh and the kids and do breakfast and all that stuff, because I have to leave here by 8 to the hospital and fill out paperwork and all of that stuff. Hopefully everything goes good and this is a better appointment than the actual anatomy scan. And obviously later in the video, like, I'll talk about it. But 6 and was scrolling my phone and then decided that I should probably just get up since I couldn't fall back asleep. And I got up and I got ready, got dressed, just a t-shirt and some leggings. I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a cup of coffee and breakfast before I get any of the kids up, so I can enjoy that in peace and quiet and not have cold coffee or food. But when I'm leaving, I obviously will update, and then after the appointment, I think I'll do a little bit, but the big update will be later in this video when I am actually able to sit down and talk about it, which hopefully I can do that after everything. But after my appointment, I'm going to Walmart. There's a couple things I gotta grab. Basically I don't know what else to update on without giving everything away. But the cat came over to, I don't know, try to get my attention. I came down and she was in the kids bounce house that's over there. Sorry. And she's not supposed to be in there. That's why we normally have like the big blanket that blocks the door for her to get in, and somehow, I think because we forgot to put a pillow to like block it, she was able to get in. And to start this so I can remember to finish it, since I had some time. So I'm gonna go make my coffee and my breakfast before it's too late and try to enjoy that before my appointment. So we just got here. I'm gonna turn the music off because I'll get in trouble. Got here. So I'm trying, I can't use the normal entrance that I normally do when I park in the parking garage, so I have to walk all the way around. But I'm about to go in. I just got some breakfast to hopefully have him move around a little bit so he's in the right position to check everything. But I'm gonna get in here if I have to walk around. So basically, I just got done with the appointment. I'm trying to take my bracelet that they gave me off since I don't have COVID. And the markers that they saw weren't there anymore, but they did see another marker for Down syndrome that increases his chance of having Down syndrome. So now I have to decide if I just want to let it go, and if he has it, he has it, or get the blood screening to determine what the rate is. Originally, the rate was only 1%, and now it has increased to, I think, the doctor said, like a 5 in 200 and whatever, so it's increased a little bit. But other than that, he looks good. He's still a boy. He's stubborn just like his brothers and sister. Well, his brother and his sisters. And he looked good. He was on the bigger side for babies rather than smaller side. So right now I'm just going to leave, go to Walmart to get the things that I need to get, go home, explain all this to my husband, and finish the update once I'm home so it's not all weird in the car with bad angles and lighting and everything else. Just go from there. So I will talk to you guys once I get home. Okay. So basically after the last clip you saw, I left the hospital and went to Walmart and picked up lunch and just basically kind of informed my husband, family, friends, close friends, and kind of just took a break social media wise and like picking up the camera and all of that, and soaked up time with the kids. And now it is almost 7 o'clock. I just got done putting Charlotte down for bed. The other two, Jackson and Jade, are downstairs with Josh, and I figured I would, since I have some time and it's not time for them to go to bed, that I would finish this update so I can then get this video out so then I can work on whatever I'm going to do for next week. So basically, when I went for my first anatomy scan when I was 19 weeks and 2 days or something like that, they had seen fluid around his heart and a shadow, I think, was around his heart as well, or near his heart, somewhere around there. They saw a shadow of something. Well, the shadow, basically those two things they wanted to make sure, because they saw him on a radiology thing, so they wanted to get a better ultrasound. So in today's finding, the shadow that they found, I guess their issue was the brightness, like it was as bright as one of the bones that it was closest to, and today it wasn't, so they said that it wasn't that big of a concern. As far as the fluid around or near his heart, it, from what I was told, was that that is still a soft marker, but it's not like a huge deal. Basically it's the average amount that's supposed to be around there, because I guess there is supposed to be some there. I wish that they would have given me like everything so I could have read it off. Even on my online chart, it doesn't have everything that I was told today. So that was all good. He was super stubborn. He would not cooperate to get any type of profile pictures, or for them to even look at the front of his face. So that was the one thing that she didn't get, was profile pictures. And then they also wanted to do measurements and stuff on his face and his eye sockets and all of that, and they couldn't do that because he decided that he wanted to curl into a ball and just hang out. So he was not cooperative for that. In the beginning he was, for the most part, when she was getting measurements of like his legs and his feet and all of that stuff. But everything looked good. He's weighing 1 pound and 6 ounces. He's in the 89th percentile for his weight, and he looks like he's already a big boy. So how it goes is obviously you have the ultrasound and the lady's explaining like what she's taking pictures of and looking at and everything else, and then when you're done you go talk to the doctor. So when I went to go talk to the doctor went over the shadow and the fluid, and then said that they also found another thing, which is just another marker, a soft marker as they called it, for Down syndrome. It's the, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say it. Okay, so the battery is dying. I had to change the battery. It's called a nuchal, I think that's how you say it, fold. And I guess the thickness for the normal is anywhere between 3 mm and 6 mm. And when they were measuring his, it was 7.7 mm. And the high, or I guess the highest that they could have measured on their thing to like take pictures or whatever was 6.9. So that's still, that would be abnormal. So basically he could have Down syndrome, which isn't a huge deal. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, because obviously I'm still going to love him and nothing's going to change regardless if I get any type of testing or anything like that done to know beforehand. Basically is all it's going to do. It's going to tell me that I'm prepared for this when he's born, rather than, you know, not being prepared, I guess. His chances of it, like they said, or like the doctor was telling me, is that there are times to where obviously when you get ultrasounds they find things and it's normally a false and it turns out to be like nothing. Like I've had that happen with Charlotte. One of her kidneys, I can't remember which one it was, if it was her right or left, was enlarged, and throughout from my anatomy scan with her up until I had her, I was going and they were checking that and everything else, and they couldn't do anything until she was born. And then she had to go to the children's hospital a couple times to check it, and found out that it was nothing, like she's fine. So there was that. And then when I was pregnant with Jackson, the same type of thing happened, was that they found soft markers for Down syndrome and trisomy 18, and I could have had genetic testing done. I could have had the amniocentesis, whatever it is, but I didn't do any of that, and I'm probably not going to do that this time either, because honestly it's not changing anything. I mean, he's still going to be loved. He's still going to come to this world. It's not like anything's going to happen. It's just he's going to have a little kink to him. And I mean, all of my kids do. Jackson, we found out that he has autism, so we're handling that. Jade, she's just Jade. Charlotte, we handled the kidney thing. Obviously that wasn't an issue. So regardless if he does or he doesn't, it's not going to change anything. But they do want to keep checking on it, or keep an eye on it. So I go back in 4 weeks to check it and to see him again and everything else. But his likelihood of it, instead of it being the 1% like I was told before today's appointment, it's now around like 20 to 30%. But that's still like on the lower end of anything, really, because the way that he was the way that the doctor was describing it was that it would be like a 20% chance, or like a 1 in 5% chance of 200 and whatever people. So I was hoping to go into the ultrasound and everything that they saw last time would be gone, and it wouldn't have been anything new, or nothing new would have come up. So I think that's where I'm at with it, is like I feel like it's blow after blow this year with just everything in general. But regardless, he's still coming in 100 and something days, and he's still going to be loved by every single person who is going to be in his life and who's in my life, and I'm sure you guys will still love him. So it's not that big of a deal. But other than that, he is wonderful, stubborn, and when they were doing the measurements, I know that you can't exactly go off of them, but when they were measuring like his legs, his belly, his arms, all of that, he was measuring anywhere from like 23 to 25 weeks, and his head was measuring, I think it was like 21 and 6 or something like that. So he seems like he's on the big side, but that's the only update I have. I thought I was gonna be more emotional making it, because I was emotional when I finally told my husband about it. Only because I think after I left the appointment, like, I obviously talked to you guys, but then I just kind of, I took a drive and went to Walmart, and then I kind of brushed it off until I got home and then brought it up again. So I think even though I already got out my feelings of like just hoping that I would have gotten like not an extra add-on, and it would have been like, well, these are still here but they're all normal, so it's not a big deal, but his chances of having it don't seem that high. I'm not too concerned. The only reason I got genetic testing done with Charlotte is because with getting the genetic testing done, you can also find out the gender early. So that's basically why I did it, was to find out the gender early. I was glad that everything came back fine, but that's the only reason why I did it with her. I didn't do it with Jackson. I didn't do it with Jade, and I'm probably not going to do it this time because it's not going to change anything, and I'm not too worried. Looking at everything, I'm not worried about it. But I think that is it for, I'm trying to think, because I know that was a big update. Other than showing my belly and talking about a couple symptoms that I have, I think that's it. Anatomy scan wise, it's all the info that I have without like pulling my phone out trying to doctor Google it, which doesn't help anybody obviously. But some of the symptoms that I've been having lately, I don't remember the last time I updated you guys. I think it was like 20 weeks. Okay, so the last time that I did an update, as far as I could tell, was when I was 18 weeks. So my 19 to 22 week update, from 19 to 20 weeks, nothing's really changed. From 21 to 22, the only things that have changed is my cravings are kind of like all over the place. I still don't like super sweet stuff unless it's coffee, but like ice cream and stuff like that, I kind of do. I don't eat as much as I used to do prior to pregnancy, but I do eat it a little bit here and there. Gummy worms, I think I'm kind of over that kick right now. What I've really been wanting is meat, red meat, like steak, brisket, anything like that. Stew, that's a huge craving. I've had that I don't know how many times now, probably like, I don't know, 6 times this pregnancy, and normally I don't have it that often because it's a meal that warms up the house, and with it already starting to get warm here, doesn't help. Let's see, I get really thirsty and I like ice water. My boobs hurt all the time. If I'm not wearing a bra, it's super painful. Whenever I pick up one of the kids or when I try to put Charlotte down for a nap, if I'm trying to like maneuver her, and she accidentally like taps my breast or anything, it's kind of painful. Let's see. My pelvic area is super sore. I'm not exactly sure why, because he's not head down anymore. He's actually laying with his head up here and his legs down here in my hip. So it's not like anything is in my pelvic area for it to hurt as bad as it does. So I've had to start wearing, if I'm planning to do a lot, like do a clean or anything like that, I have to wear my, I don't know if this is the right term for him, but I wear my belly brace. So it lifts my stomach up so it doesn't feel like there's a whole bunch of pressure on top of my pubic area. So that's a big sign, or a big symptom. I get tired way faster now. Even with waking up early, I thought that it was good and it was helping me try to get on a routine, but it just makes me tired earlier. So normally I would get tired around like 7 or 8. Now I'm getting tired around like 4 or 5. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I'm drinking a ton of water or juice or anything like that, so obviously I'm peeing more. So I mean, that's always been tired. My boobs, my stomach, I feel has kind of popped out a little bit more than it had. He's definitely moving around more. His kicks are stronger, or his movements, whatever they are definitely stronger. They don't feel like flutters anymore. I can actually feel them and know that like that's it. And there have been a couple times to where I've seen him be able to move, but anytime that I try to pull out my phone or my camera to show it, he stops moving. And it sucks because the other day I was so close to getting the cutest video of Jade feeling him kick, and the second that I started to record it, he stopped and Jade was done like putting her hand on my belly. So but I think that is all of my update. That is it, besides showing you my belly. So this is my belly at 22 weeks and 5 days. On Sunday I'll be 23 weeks. So I do feel like he's popped out a little bit more. In whatever position he's in, I think this is his head up here, because she was saying that this is where his head was earlier this afternoon. So I think his head is what's right here that makes it look like a little ball, and the rest of him is just leaned down some way. I think that is it. If you want to continue this journey with us and watch how everything turns out regardless of baby, please like and subscribe. I would thoroughly enjoy that. I love meeting new people who want to watch my family grow and what our life is and what we do right now, that I know that it's not the greatest because we can't really do much because of this whole quarantine thing, but soon it's supposed to be over, so hopefully I can get back to good, better quality videos to where we're actually doing more and maybe have some friends in it. But that is it. Again, like and subscribe. We will see you guys in our next video.